Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? You know, Roy Jones, he did a recent interview with CBS Sports where he talked about the Mayweather versus Pacquiao fight. And he said some pretty interesting things that would probably surprise a lot of fans. It will definitely surprise a lot of the decafs. Now, before I get into what was said in this recent interview with Roy Jones, I want to talk about something he said to Jim Lampley when the fight was first announced on HBO. Now, we already know Jim Lampley is not a fan of Floyd Mayweather. So, soon as this fight was announced, or maybe I should rewind just a little bit, before this fight was announced, Jim Lampley was telling all of his viewers that Floyd Mayweather is not going to fight Manny Pacquiao. He's probably going to wait till his last fight, but he's not going to fight him. He's going to fight Miguel Cotto. Soon as the fight is announced, now Jim Lampley is forced to flip-flop, and then he starts making additional excuses saying, you know, now the fighters are too old, or now the fighters are older, and of course this is a financial success, but that's really all it is. That's pretty much what he said, right? And I remember Roy Jones basically stopped him in his tracks and basically said in response to that, neither one of these fighters have any excuses. The fighter who prepares the best will win the fight, end quote. And that's coming from a man who not only has been in the ring for quite some time, but he was considered pound for pound the best fighter in the world for quite some time. Let's also not forget that Roy Jones is not one of Floyd Mayweather's biggest fans either. I mean, he may not have the same type of disdain and hate that Jim Lampley has, but at the same time, he's not one of Floyd Mayweather's biggest fans. So anyway, with that out the way, let's get into this recent interview that Roy Jones did with CBS Sports. So basically, the reporter obviously asked Roy Jones about the Mayweather versus Pacquiao fight. And Roy Jones, like I said earlier, he said some pretty interesting things. He actually believes that Floyd Mayweather's power is going to be a big factor in this fight. Roy Jones basically said he believed that Floyd Mayweather is going to rely on his power more than he ever has before. He believes that Floyd Mayweather may even be the bigger puncher in this fight, because when he was asked who was going to win the fight, now of course Roy Jones, probably because of conflict of interest, he is calling the fight, so I don't believe he can actually make a prediction. But when the reporter asked him to make a prediction, he basically just broke down keys to victory for both fighters, excuse me. Now, Roy Jones believes that Floyd Mayweather is a very good puncher, but he believes that Floyd Mayweather never really had to rely on his power that much because his skill set was so far advanced as opposed to his opponents. But in this fight, he believes that power is going to be keys to victory for Floyd Mayweather. He said that Manny Pacquiao's keys to victory is his work rate. And he said that Floyd Mayweather's keys to victory is his power. Roy Jones even went further by saying he believed that Floyd Mayweather is the bigger puncher in this fight. But then he slightly retracted and said, well, let me just say this. I believe that Floyd Mayweather, his keys to victory is his power. Roy Jones believes that Floyd Mayweather is going to go into this fight trying to basically knock out Manny Pacquiao. Now, a lot of what you just heard, or what I just told you Roy Jones said in this interview, you guys have heard me say a lot of this stuff. And even though I understand that what Roy Jones is saying and what I've been saying is not conventional wisdom, at least when it comes to the majority of casual fans, a lot of what these professional boxers and trainers are saying, it may not be what these fans want to hear, but logically it makes the most sense. Once again, like I've been saying for the longest, Mayweather is used to fighting guys that are 15 to 20 pounds bigger than him, okay? Much stronger than he is. Now, and all of a sudden, Floyd Mayweather is in a ring with a guy that is pretty much the same size and at least stature as a Juan Manuel Márquez, right? He has a height advantage and he has a massive reach advantage over Manny Pacquiao. On top of all of that, he has a much higher boxing IQ than Floyd, or than Manny Pacquiao, I should say. See, usually when you're getting in a ring with a guy who has such a high boxing IQ, he's so much more intelligent than you are in the ring, you want to have as many advantages as possible. And the most important advantages is being naturally bigger, naturally stronger, because sometimes size and power can negate a person's skill set. But when it comes to Manny Pacquiao, he doesn't have those advantages. I believe Manny Pacquiao is a very powerful, strong puncher, but like Roy Jones said, they're probably punching around the same. Matter of fact, if you ask the fighters that have been in the ring with Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather, they will all attest to that. They will all basically say that the power was pretty much the same. I asked Oscar De La Hoya, he said it. I asked Shane Mosley. Shane Mosley said that Floyd Mayweather's power and Canelo's power were equivalent. It was pretty much the same. There's a sparring partner who sparred with Manny Pacquiao for a whole camp, and he sparred with Floyd Mayweather for a whole camp. He said that Floyd Mayweather was able to hurt him on multiple occasions, and Manny Pacquiao never hurt him. Okay? So we know that the power is pretty much even. So what advantage does Manny Pacquiao have when it comes to this fight? The only advantage that he does have over Floyd Mayweather would be his speed. I do believe that Pacquiao is quicker than Floyd Mayweather, but we already know speed can be neutralized with timing. Okay? We've seen it with Juan Manuel Márquez. Márquez is much slower than Manny Pacquiao. We know that Manny Pacquiao is known for his work rate and he's known for his speed. But when he fought against Juan Manuel Márquez in the second fight and the third fight, you'll notice Juan Manuel Márquez, he neutralized Manny Pacquiao's biggest weapons, which is work rate and speed. The third fight was a straight chess match where Manny Pacquiao was forced to only be able to throw about 1 or 2 shots at a time because he was forced to think in there. And this is what Floyd Mayweather does. Floyd Mayweather, he forces you to think. Now, when Manny Pacquiao tried to just go balls to the wall and just go all aggressive and throw caution to the wind against Márquez in that fourth fight, we seen he got knocked out. Not only did he get knocked out, but even before he got knocked out, he had got knocked down a couple rounds before that. I believe Manny Pacquiao's best chance in this fight is to throw caution to the wind just like he did in that fourth fight, and either have a chance of knocking out Floyd Mayweather or he gets knocked out again like he did in the Márquez fight. Even though that could make or break Manny Pacquiao, I think that's his best chance. I agree with Freddie Roach. I thought it was a great strategy when I think it was Freddie Roach that said the plan is to jump on Floyd Mayweather in the very first round, not give him any time to think. That would be their best chance. But at the same time, we know that Manny Pacquiao, he doesn't do that when he's in the ring with a thinker. And it's always going to be in the back of Manny Pacquiao's head that he got knocked out the last time he was being too reckless and careless. So he's going to carry that into this fight, knowing that if he makes a silly mistake, it could easily cost him the fight. That is the reason why Shane Mosley was so reluctant to let his hands go, because he was always thinking, what is this man going to counter me with if I throw this jab, if I throw this right hand? So with that being said, let me close out with this. To all these emotionally attached fans that you listen to a whole breakdown, a whole 10-minute, 15-minute breakdown that I do, and then your only response is to say some racist shit or something ignorant that has nothing to do with boxing, understand this. We are talking boxing. All I'm doing is giving you a logical breakdown. I mean, if you disagree with my assessment, or Bernard Hopkins, or Roy Jones, or Mikey Garcia, Sergio Martinez, Ricky Hatton, or any of these guys, tell me what I said you disagree with. Because when your only response is to say something personal, basically trying to shoot the messenger, then it basically sounds like you agree with everything that I said. You just hate that it's true because you hate to hear the whole truth. That's all I got for now. I'm on to the next one.